is where one lucky couple will win this handsome trophy that Marilyn here is holding. Now, who will be our first contestants?
Right here.
There's something inherently interesting about film, and I don't mean movies per se, even though movies are great, but I mean more specifically the way movies were shot. The grain that is imprinted on every frame of a movie adds a texture to a picture that makes it look as though you could reach out and touch it. And this isn't restricted to movies either. Instagram, one of the world's largest photo sharing apps, has caught on to this trend, and many celebrities as well as regular users enjoy this look as well. The degraded and low quality look unironically makes it feel real and personal.
And one of the best things about this look is it's not hard to recreate at all. All you need is your phone and a really cool picture. Once you actually have your phone, you're going to want to go to the App Store and you're going to want to look up an app called Dazcam. Now, there's a free version which basically lets you do some limited features, which I'm not all the way sure because I've had the paid version for a long time. But there's also the paid version, which is only $5 a year, and I think it's well worth the money. Now, once you get it downloaded and you go ahead and sign up for the $5 yearly subscription, which is completely up to you, there's a world of possibilities that this app opens up for you. Now, one of the first things that I want to look at is the photo section of the app. Now, once you open up an app, you're going to see the layout as a regular camera, and at the bottom right, you're going to see the icon, which is what we are going to be looking at. Now, the app is divided up into two sections. You have the photo section at the bottom and the video section up top. For right now, we're going to focus on the photo section and go to the video section later. The very first effect that I really want to go to and highlight that a lot of people are going to want to use is this defund effect that kind of looks like a Kodak camera. You're going to tap on that, and at the bottom right, you're going to see all these options. One of them is an ND filter, which basically makes the photo a little bit darker, feels slightly overexposed. Another one is a flash C, which adds like this red sort of flash effect to it. There's a star effect, so if there's any shiny objects, it adds a little star effect that you often see in old dreamy type of photos. And there's also a prism, which adds this warpy rainbow effect to the edges of your photo. Now, the most important option that you're going to want to look at the bottom right, and this goes for all of the photo and video options, is this little option at the bottom right. And this basically determines the ratio, and depending on which effect you choose, there's more effects and more different types of things that you can customize. Like for this one, you can customize the type of filter, basically the type of look and color and grain that the effect will have. And then you can also affect the timestamp. So if you wanted to show like this dotted version, if you don't want the timestamp at all, you can turn that off. If you just wanted to say DAS camera, the effects for this are literally limitless. So once you go to the defund, which is what I was telling you guys about earlier, you can look through all these options if you want to, but I want to show you guys specifically the ones that I've used and how to use them. Once you go to defund, you're going to click on defund. You're going to push the arrow at the bottom right. And then what you can do is you can either take a picture with this effect, which I'll show you guys really quick. Once you take the picture, it'll process a little bit, and then at the bottom left, you can tap on it, and then this will show you all the photos that you have saved within the app. These won't show up on your gallery unless you actually choose to physically save them into the gallery, like I'll show you right now. This is the photo we just took. It looks really cool, grainy, nice effect. At the bottom left with this box with the arrow, you can tap on that. And then what you can do is you can save the image, you can assign it to a contact, all the regular options that it usually gives you. For this, click Save Image, and just like that, once you go back into your gallery, it's gonna be saved there. Now, another cool thing that you can do is if you took a picture with the regular camera app and you wanna add the effect later, which I prefer you do, you can choose this button right here above the photo gallery, right there, and you have all these pictures to choose from that you wanna add the effect to. So I will go ahead and add it to this picture right here. You can batch select them if you want to. If you wanted to do multiple photos at one time, I'm just gonna choose this one photo right here, click the green check mark. It'll process for a tiny bit depending on how big the photo is. And then just like the earlier example, once you tap on that and go to the photo, the effect is added. And I think it does a really, really good job of making it look authentic and not like you just slap some grain filter over the photo and call it a day. It actually looks like an authentic Polaroid camera. Now, another cool thing that we are going to move on to now is the video section. So a lot of people have been seeing this going around, and it's really easy to do, especially within this app, is this 16mm or this VHS look. And we'll start off with the VHS look. So you're gonna tap on the VHS, and then at the bottom right you get options once again. So you can either choose to have the timestamp on or off. I choose it on because it's gonna add a really nice sort of authentic effect once we see it on an actual video. I'm gonna tap the bottom right arrow to go down, and then add a video to do it to. And then we are going to choose this video that I took in Arizona. And then it'll give you a little preview of what it looks like. And you can see it looks very, very authentic and real. Like I actually, took the video with a VHS camera, or like an old school camera. And then once you save it, because this is 4K, it's gonna take a little bit to process, but it ends up coming out really good. Now another really cool effect, and this one is probably gonna be even more popular, is this 16mm effect. Now you've seen this so many times on IG stories, on just so many different things. This looks really, really, really cool, and it looks very authentic. So this is the 16mm film video option on this app, and you can choose if you want to have it in 18 FPS, which makes it a little bit more choppy and looks really, really cool. You can choose to have the perforations, the label perforations on the side. You can either choose to have it as a number, or you can have it say Dashcam. I'm gonna choose the number just because it looks really cool. And then you can choose the mode. So either you can have it on the left right here where it has a little bit of space, a little bit more of a border on the left and right, or on the right where there's a little bit more of, it's a little bit more zoomed in. So we're gonna choose the one on the right, arrow down. We're gonna add another video to this, the same video, and you can see it looks really, really cool. Especially with that 18 FPS look, it makes it look really choppy and authentic, like it was an actual 16mm film video. It looks really, really, really nice. And then lastly, this one I'm also sure you guys are gonna like. This is the 8mm version of that, which is very similar to the 16mm. So you can go ahead and do the options that you want to. There's a lot more options for the border that you can choose. You can choose 3. You can choose 3 with a little bit more authentic perforations, a little bit bigger. You can choose the mask that you wanted to do. There's so many different options that you can choose to do on this. You can choose the perforations if you want it to be black, or if you want it to be the gold border. You can literally choose whatever you want. I'm gonna go with that. Go down, and then I'm going to choose the video once again, and this is what you get. So, and a cool thing about this effect is it's slightly staggered, so the video looks, it's like 1 second or a few frames right after each other, so it looks a little bit staggered and clean. Now all these options and effects are great, but sometimes you don't necessarily want all of them. And the great thing about this app is that you can actually choose which effects for photo and video that you want to see every time you want to swipe through all the effects. So if you choose the bottom right with the 8mm that we just got done doing, if you tap on that icon and then you choose manage at the top next to the little purple or pink fire emoji, you can choose which effects you actually want to show up. So let's say I only want the top 3 to show up. I just want the really cool ones that I showed you guys. I don't want this one. I just want the 16, the 8mm, the VHS, and that's it. So now once I click the arrow, now all I'm gonna see is those. I left in the globe, but you guys get the point. And you can do this for the photos as well. So literally you can customize this to only have the effects that you want every time you use the app. So it's really, really useful. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The app is really, really versatile. One tip I would give you is when you're using this or you want to add the effect, make sure you take the photo in your native camera app and then go to Dashcam and add the effect. That way, if you want to use different effects on a photo, you're not stuck to, you took that photo and that specific effect and you can't do anything else with it. You have all the versatility to play around with all the different Polaroid, the old looking, vintage looking effects. You have all the versatility to play with those if you want to, and you're not stuck to whatever filter you decided to take it with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure if you liked this video, go down below, click that like button, turn it blue. If you guys are new, click the sub button, join Innovation Nation, and just like always, I see you guys in the next one.